Your manifestation is taking ages because you are taking ages to assume that it's already done. You're not living in the end. You're not assuming the wish is fulfilled. You are sat there contemplating still whether it's going to happen or not. And that is why it is taking so long. The more time you spend wavering, the more time you spend, the more time you spend complaining to your friends about how it's not here and how it can never happen for you, the more time it's going to take. And that's the bottom line. If you want to manifest what you want, you have to get two things in alignment. Your concept of yourself and who you would be if you already had this thing, and then the concept of the thing itself. So for an example, you have to believe if you want love, that you are worthy of love, you deserve love, you can have love that is available for you. That is your self-concept. That has to be in alignment with you having love, because if not, you're not going to get it. If you don't believe you are worthy of a dream relationship, if you don't believe that you are worthy of being seen and heard and loved for who you are, then you're going to really struggle to manifest it. And instead, you're sitting there saying 50,000 affirmations about the thing instead of working on your self-concept first. The same happens with money. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit there affirming, I have £10,000, I have £10,000, I have $20,000. Oh, I've won the lottery, blah, 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 blah. But subconsciously, you don't believe money is easy for you. You believe money is really hard to earn. You believe money is the root of all evil. Therefore, you will be a bad person if you have money. And if you believe you're going to be a bad person by having money, or only bad people have money, then why would your subconscious want you to manifest money? You have to work on your self-concept first. So sit down today and ask yourself, what do I believe to be true about myself? And then you have to get your concept of the actual thing into alignment as well. What do I mean by that? Well, you have to ask yourself, what do I really believe about money? What do I believe about love? What do I believe about my ability to be my dream weight? Like, what do I believe about that subject? Do I believe that men are trash, men are scum, men always cheat, women aren't loyal? Do I believe that relationships bring pain, they're really hard? Do I believe that money causes divorce? Do I believe that money causes problems? Do I believe that people will be leeching off me and I'll be vulnerable if I have more money? Do I believe I'm going to lose friends if I have money? You have all of these beliefs that are blocking you. And the way to unblock yourself is to become aware of them and work through them. We do this with all of my workshops. The link is down below. And this is why sometimes just saying affirmations and doing like the usual manifestation techniques doesn't work, because you're only doing those techniques so that you can feel certain of the outcome. We don't do those to manifest something out of thin air. And I think that is the misconception. We do those so that we create that certainty within us, because that certainty is what creates the positive beliefs about the thing, about ourselves. And that is what manifests. Your self-concept and your concept of whatever the thing is what is going to manifest. It is the blueprint. We do these techniques to move us from a place of uncertainty to certainty. But if you do a technique and then you spend the rest of the day worrying about where it is, you're unraveling that. It's pointless. You may as well just not do it. This is why in all of my workshops, we work through your limiting beliefs. And I have a new workshop out at the minute. If you want to manifest love, then this is the workshop for you. We're going to teach you how to remove your limiting beliefs and your blocks to love, remove any resistance you have to love, program your mind for love, get into that receiving mode, that certain state that you are the prize, you can have any relationship you want, and that it is on its way to you and it's going to happen for you. And you are going to fully embody the version of you who is loved and adored. The link is down below. The course is released on the 3rd of February. You can get 20% off until then with code TLF20. The link is down below. Your manifestation hasn't happened because you haven't assumed it yet. You think you are because you're doing a few techniques here and there. That is not full assumption. Your beliefs aren't in alignment. Your self-concept is not in alignment. Your concept of the thing is not in alignment. Therefore, you are not in alignment to having it. And until you get all of those things in alignment, you are not going to have it. That is just how it works. I don't make the rules. I'm just the messenger. But this is why I make this stuff as easy as I possibly can for you, because I think it's very complicated when we have so many things we need to do. You only need to do a few things. You need to work on your self-concept. You need to work on the concept of the thing. You need to regulate your nervous system, and you need to detach. And the best way to detach is by getting a fucking life, babe. Get a life, babe. It's the name of my podcast. Don't be offended. I really think you should get a life. Manifestation is not about sitting down for 3 hours a day, journaling on something. Like, that stuff is helpful from time to time to bust through limiting beliefs, but you're not meant to be doing that every single day. You just have to work on a few things. Just have an affirmation routine in place. Remove some limiting beliefs. Create a routine that makes you feel sexy and embodies the energy of what you want to have, and you feel like you're attractive. Like, put yourself into that attractive magnetic energy as much as you possibly can. You do this through listening to your favorite music. Like, if you want to manifest money, listen to music that makes you feel like you could win the lottery any second. This is going to be a little bit weird because I actually love the Dior brush, but I love the telescopic lift solution gel mascara. Is it? I don't know what you'd call that. I can't do two things at the same time. If you want to manifest love, start listening to music that makes you feel so loved. Stop listening to sad songs. It's putting you in a negative energy. Start listening to songs that make you feel, like, for mine was Agora Hills. When I was manifesting my relationship, I used to listen to Agora Hills by Doja Cat. Listening, I want to show you off. I want to show you off. And it just used to make me feel gooey, like, oh, I've got a boyfriend. I didn't have a boyfriend. I was manifesting one. And that got me in the energy of the certainty that he was on the way. And it only took a few months. Again, I can't multitask. Not with makeup, not with talking. It only took a few months because I was putting myself into that certain energy of like, yeah, I can have this. Oh, this is so great. I was literally practicing the wish fulfilled as often as possible. You can do this with your dream weight. I did this with the car recently. I've just manifested a Mercedes. And I was driving around my old Golf with the bumper duct taped on, listening to songs that made me feel like I was driving around a Mercedes. Like, I feel bad. I feel sexy. I feel that. Step into that feeling, like, get proactive about living in the end, get proactive about being in the assumption. But bottom line, the longer it takes you to form the assumption, so the longer it takes for you to assume that it's already yours and to have those feelings of, yeah, it's done, it's mine, it's minimum, it's on the way. Like, you don't have to believe it's going to happen tomorrow, but you can believe it's on the way. I'm going to find a way to make this happen. I'm going to find a way to manifest this. The universe has to bring it to me. I'm getting into alignment, therefore it has to happen. The longer it's going to take. If you are not in that state, you cannot complain and piss and moan that your results haven't happened yet. That is where you should be working on. Instead, I know you're focused on just that thing, and you're just focusing on doing a manifestation technique about that thing, and then you spend the rest of the day wondering where that thing is. That thing is not going to manifest like that. Work on your self-concept. Work on your concept of that thing. Get yourself into the assumption of the wish fulfilled. It's going to happen for you. You just need to get those things on point. I forgot to do my bronzer. Do you know what? When you get all those things into alignment, it happens so fast. I was trying to manifest that car for years, but I wasn't working on my limiting beliefs around the car. I wasn't working on the fact that I didn't think I could look after it. I didn't think I deserved it. I was in this state of like, oh no, what if I'm showing off or things like that? Fuck that. Like, they're just stories that you're telling yourself that aren't even true. They're not even true. And so once I worked on those, I got myself into alignment. I started living from the end. I started living from the place in me that, like, knows they can get a car easily, knows that they deserve nice things, knows that they can look after nice things, knows that they have, like, the money to cover it. Like, that is what I needed to do. And once I'd done that, it took me a month to find the perfect car that I wanted, even though that took me ages as well. Before I couldn't find the car, I convinced myself I wanted a BMW, and I didn't. I just kind of felt like it was my only option. I wanted a Mercedes. That's what I wanted. And then as soon as I got into alignment, the perfect one came up. So that's how fast these things can happen. That's how fast it can shift. And it's the same with anything I manifested, the relationship, the money, the weight. Everything happened once I got into alignment. It doesn't happen before that point. It's never going to happen when you are out of alignment. You have to get yourself into alignment. That is what you need to be working on. Like I said, if you want my help, the workshops are down below. The new love workshop is 20% off until the 2nd of Feb. Get it now while it's hot and come join me.